Michael Wendt. I'm the job coach at Pentucket Regional High School, working with students in grades 9 through 12. I work with students in the special ed department. I work with some students in regular ed and some of our at-risk students to work with them on developing some vocational skills and some transition skills to move on from high school. We're here at Veasey Park today to talk about this great partnership that we've created up here with the town of Groveland. Really a great venture to be able to partner with one of the towns in our district. And Veasey Park grew out of what was going to be a site for one of my students doing some basic landscaping. And once I realized what we had up here for opportunities, work with the events manager, Dorna Caskey up here. She set me up with Skip, who's one of the members of the board, who's a retired general contractor. And the thing has really taken off, and we're just thrilled on both sides at how this has gone for us. So we have students up here that are doing landscaping, they're doing carpentry, they're doing masonry work, they're doing small engine repair to keep the things up that we need for the work that we do. Just a great variety of things that we have for students, and we see this as really being an ongoing partnership even beyond this year, which is the great part of it for us.
My name is Dorna Caskey, and I am the interim events manager at Veasey Memorial Park. Veasey Park, if people are unaware of it, is a 47.5-acre conservation property that the town of Groveland purchased in 1996. It is owned and operated by our Conservation Commission, and the purpose of the park is to provide open space and recreation areas for the town of Groveland.
I'm Skip. My name is Roy Dillon. Everybody calls me Skip. I prefer it. I'm a volunteer at Veasey Park. I'm also a member of the management committee. I've only been here since the last fall, and I was retired and had nothing to do. This volunteering gave me purpose in my life. Also, while I was here, this program started with the as interns from Pentucket Regional School, which is a real big deal with me because I have 10 high school age boys that come here that are here to learn building trades. It's what I've done all my life. I have multiple trade licenses. I have a very extensive background. But I think dealing with the boys from Pentucket is probably the most rewarding thing I've done in my life, actually. I didn't realize how miserable it was when I was working. And it was when I stopped working I realized I've actually found happiness. And for anybody that's never found it, I found it in volunteering. And I love it here. You just have to find your own niche, your own space, things you like. This is what I like.
So we have about 4 kind of major projects or teams that we've developed in conjunction with Dorna and Skip. We've got roughly about a dozen students that work on these various projects. So we've got a general maintenance team. They've been doing a lot of landscaping around the entire site, which involves just cleaning some shrubs out of areas, cleaning some wood out of some areas, doing some basic landscaping to clear out some of the old gardens that exist on the grounds that they'd like to resurrect. They have a cabin called Lucille's Cottage. We've had them strip out the old electrical work out of there. They're continuing to do some stripping of the facility to prep it for putting in some new carpentry. So that's been one of the other major areas. Is Lucille's Cottage has been kind of a project for 2 or 3 of our students. We have the student who does small engine repair and maintenance for the facility, which is kind of part of that general maintenance and landscaping group. And then a couple of really neat projects that we've got up there. We've got Green Communities project where we have a student working on looking into solar energy for the facility, something that would be a real advantage for them. So he's gone out and talked to solar companies, he's met with the town, talked to them about the pros and cons of being able to do this, and we'll be putting together a proposal to see if they can get some grant monies for that. The other project has been in looking at the overall facilities in terms of the parking lot, the walkways. As you'll see in some of the video clips that we have here, They have a number of different pathways and walkways, and so really trying to get those up to standard so they're much better maintained and better utilized. So the student that's working on that, again, looking at seeing if they can put together a pitch that will allow them to get some grant monies to make that project a reality and really spruce up that aspect of the facilities for their use.
Been a real positive experience for me to see, especially other volunteers, how hard they work with no thanks. And it's you know, you gotta love this. You have to like what you're doing. That's the bottom line. You have to like what you're doing. And I think I found that. I really enjoy it here. It's really something to feel good when you leave your job.